want to dive into how Auburn played on Saturday, and then we'll start with the quarterback position. Payton Thorne, 20 of 26, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, also had 8 carries for 38 yards. That's the Payton Thorne we thought we were getting from Michigan State. I'll say this, and I'll start here, and I want to hear your take on this. Payton Thorne kind of unleashed a little bit this week in the press conference. He said, I don't think he really was aiming at anybody, but he's like, look, man, I've never done this in my life. It's hard to get consistency, but I'm going to keep trying my best. And you could kind of see where it was a subliminal message he's sending, like, man, I'm sick of this. I'm catching a lot of flack for not playing well. Well, you come try to do what we're trying to do and see how well you play. That's the message I got. Maybe that message got relayed to Hugh Freeze and Philip Montgomery. They gave him the reins Saturday, and I'm glad they did, because if they hadn't, I think we would have been in trouble, especially in the second half. I saw something that was disturbing from Robbie Ashford. His body language wasn't good. I think he knows maybe the decision's been made at this point. And everything I've seen from Robbie is, I don't care what anybody says about me. I know what I can do. Y'all come out here and see if you can do what I can do. That's the kind of messages. And then on Payton Thorne's side, you see kind of more of the subtle jabs. But it's like, I'm just going to do whatever the team needs to be done. Proud of what Payton Thorne was able to do and get a big win.
Well, it was odd Saturday. It was the first time in the last couple of years. Now, Robbie had his moments on the sideline last year where it looked like there was combative spirit between he and the receivers, and at times with the running backs. And remember a couple of times, and for whatever reason, he was able to get it back together last year. But Saturday was very clear. He was disturbed. He came off the field a few times disturbed. He sat on the sideline a few times that I saw. All by himself. And unfortunately, it wasn't just me that was watching that. I think a lot of Auburn fans were clearly watching what's going on with our quarterback race. Here's the issue I've got with it. Payton Thorne can run the football much better than I ever thought he could. He runs it with a physical nature. Mm-hmm. He doesn't go sliding. He's quick enough to make a play where it's needed, and he throws the ball 10 times better than Robbie. So I don't understand the reasoning behind trying to keep someone rotating in and out. Now, if Payton couldn't run it a lick, if he couldn't keep you honest inside the 20-yard line that he may pull this thing and run it, but my gosh, Brett, he runs it better than 80% of the quarterbacks that Auburn's had over
deceptively fast.
He's really, and he's kind of a downhill runner. When he makes a decision, he'll get forward. Scares me a little bit because he doesn't get down. But it tells me how competitive. He's got a great competitive spirit about him.
You said it. I mean, and we've talked about it. This kid didn't forget how to play quarterback. 2 years ago, he put together a phenomenal season at Michigan State. People can say what they want to. Somebody came in, took his job last year, whatever. But the kid went 11-2, threw for over 3,000 yards and 27 touchdowns. You don't just 2 years removed decide you don't know how to do anything anymore. And look, do you think there's a part of Hugh Freeze that is regretting this back and forth deal right now? I know that, in this world of trying to be, kosher to everybody and keep everybody happy and all this, you can't win doing that. And I'm not a coach, and I'm not saying that, look, they made the decision to do that for a reason. But at the end of the day, if we do run off 4 wins right here and have a chance in that Iron Bowl, do you think Hugh Freeze looks back and goes, man, that first 4 or 5 games, man, that was probably stupid?